Let's learn what's new in SF Symbols 6. This video is sponsored by SwiftUI Camp. You can find it at store.rebeloper.com/SwiftUI July 2024. A 50% link off on the original price is down in the description, and you will be able to learn SwiftUI in 4 weeks. We will cover SwiftUI basics, navigation, and then Swift data. All of this on Zoom meetings with me. Seats are limited, 10 to be more precise, and there are 7 left. And for the actual discount, there is only 5 available. So go ahead and check it out if you want to meet with me in July and learn the basics and more advanced stuff about SwiftUI. Now, let's get into the topic of today's tutorial, and that is SF symbols. WWDC is on its way and SF Symbol 6 has been released. We are going to cover all the new stuff that happened inside the SF Symbols library. So go to developer.apple.com/sfsymbols. There it is on the screen. And then click on the download and make sure that you click on the SF Symbol 6 beta. We are going to download the beta file. And basically, this will download a zip file. Let's just see it there. Let's double click on it. And that should open this up. And double click on the package. And then just follow along the prompt. You want to just install the app, agree, continue over there, and install. Let's just add our password. This is your computer password. And yeah, just writing the files. And we are going to open up SF Symbols, and we are going to take a look at the new stuff that have been added. So let's close this and let's move the zip file onto the bin. We don't need that anymore. And yeah, let's just go to the applications. And if you just scroll all the way down to search for SF Symbols, there it is, SF Symbols Beta. Let's double click on it. And let's see what's actually new. And first of all, they added 800 plus new SF symbols. It's under the what's new. They're really awesome. But they also added some extra cool animations. And let's just take a look at some of them. So for this first example, I'm going to use the square and arrow up. Let's just select the animation tab right over here. As you can see, there's bounce and all of that. We already knew that. And by the way, there is a handy tutorial I just made a year ago on how you can use all of this in code. I'm going to show you how to use the new animations in code, but there's a lot more that they added last year. So maybe you want to take a look at that also. Make sure I'm going to leave the link for that video in the description also. So okay, there's a bounce, but there is this new wiggle effect. So let me just have this really outstanding right over here. It's a really big one. So let's preview this. And as you can see now, it's just wiggling. It's using the default direction, as you can see right over here. And it's wiggling it by layer. Let's just see that again. So you can see that it's wiggling all of this by layer. Let's just select this wiggle whole symbol. You can just preview that, or by layer. And there is this localized, basically meaning the reading direction, so forward or backwards. And there's also this fixed option right over here. Of course, you should use the default ones, but if you want to, you may just choose other ones. You can see that the directions right over here, we can set clockwise, counterclockwise, or we can just set a value right over here, like 15 degrees or maybe minus 15 degrees. You can just set all of this up, and you can just do this also in code. I'm going to get to the code part. Make sure that you check out the video till the end. So that is a wiggle. And then there is this really nice one that is a rotate. Now, a rotate doesn't really look really nice with this SF symbol. So I'm just going to search for fan.desk fill. Okay, so this is really nice because now if we just preview this, you see it's just rotating the actual fan blades, not the whole fan. Of course, you just select the whole symbol, it will just rotate it, but of course you don't really want to use that one. You can select the default one and of course the clockwise, which is the default one in this case, and then counterclockwise. Yeah, and basically that's it for the rotate. There are layers in some SF symbols that are rotating, and most of the SF symbols will just rotate by itself. So it's not by layer, just going to go with the whole symbol. But yeah, you can just set all of this up right over here. It's really nice. Now, another good one is a breathe that they added. So breathe, let's just preview this. Yeah, it's really nice. It's just previewing by layer. Let's just add another one right over here, and we can stop this. I'm just going to talk about breathe in just a second. Let's just select another one, and that would be cloud.sun.rain.fill. Okay, so let's preview this. As you can see, it's just moving the actual layers one after the other up, and also it's not just pulsing like with the pulse animation. It's also scaling it. It's kind of like a breathing animation. It's really nice. Of course, you can may select the whole symbol, or if that makes sense, not by layer. And then also you may remove the pulses right over here. So there are some options how this could work. So we could just set it as a once, and then that's just done. Okay, we can set it as continuous. That's the default version, the default setup. And then we can just repeat with a delay of maybe 2 seconds. Let's just see that. Just going to pulse one. Oh, and by the way, I just want to set the pulse because it's really nice. Then you're just going to wait 2 seconds and just going to do it again. Okay, and finally, there is basically a new default for replace. As you can see, prefer magic replace. So magic replace is the one that we should use, and it's really awesome. So let's select camera dot macro. So yeah, there is camera dot macro, but there we want to replace this camera dot macro with the slash version of it. Dot slash. There we go. So as you can see now, it's really nice. It's not just scaling up, down, up, or off, up. It is just using the same values, the same layers. They're just going to stay the same, and it's just going to add that extra layer on top with this nice animation. And then of course you can may add a badge. It's really nice. Make sure that you are using the same base, and then the magic replace will be really nice. Of course, you may just go for the whole symbol right over here, or just remove the magic replace. So that's how it looks like. They're just down up, as you can see. It's not that good. As you can see, it's just removing it, adding it all together. Let's just see it by layer. Yeah, it's not that good. I would prefer the magic replace. It's really nice. Okay, so this is how you can preview all of these new additions to the SF Symbols 6. Now, let's take a look at some code. So what I did is just created a brand new Xcode project. Let's refresh the preview right over here. And I'm just going to give you some coding examples, so you can just use all of these easily inside your project. So I Personally, I don't really like to have, most probably in your use case, you will not be having all of these, like just having a continuous animations. You just want to trigger them. So for that, we want to have a state variable. So let's have that at state private var is active. There we go, equals false. Okay. Let's see, should refresh the content view. There we go. Okay, so we have this is active as false. And instead of this text view, let's just have a grid. So lazy v grid with some columns. Let's just go with just not fixed, but simple columns, grid item, grid item. Let's just have 2 of them. And for the content, well, I'm going to add all of these new images. So first one is, remember with the square and arrow up, it's with the wiggle. So let's just have an image with system named and square dot up dot arrow dot square and arrow dot up. Now, if you don't want to type this out, you may just search for it under the library right over here and just add it right, just like that. Maybe you are going to do that for the next one, so I don't have any typos. Okay, so let's just have make all of these a little bit larger. So let's have maybe a group right over here for our, or yeah, let's just add all of this onto the lazy v stack, why not? So let's just have a font with a size, not system, there we go, size, and let's just go with 100 so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so let's just have maybe a foreground style because we are going to have a lot, well, 4 of them right over here, so it looks really, really nice. So foreground style and orange, for example, for this one. Okay, so that's fine. Now let's add those animations, and what we can do is just add a symbol effect. And we want to use the one that is most with the most options, and that is the effect and is active. So effect and is active. There we go. So we want to have a wiggle, and this is really, really nice because now we can just have a dot notation. What's going on? Oh, we want to use also the options. That's why it's not auto-completing. Effect and then both of them. Okay, so wiggle. Why isn't it not, well, wiggle? Okay, I'm just typing it out. Let's just see. Most probably it should, maybe it's just a simple bug. Oh, I see what we have over here. So we want to open this up in the newest version of Xcode. I forgot about this, and it's really important. You shouldn't open this in Xcode 15. You should be downloading Xcode 16 and open it up with that. So let's just quit the simulator right over here, and then let's just search for Xcode 6 beta, Xcode 16 beta. There we go, Xcode, or I think I already have it under, there we go, Xcode beta. Okay, so this is Xcode 16 beta. Of course, this is because this is a new version. I forgot about that. Let's just wait for this to launch a little bit. There we go, it's launching. And then we should have a proper auto-completion, of course. Till we wait, let me remind you again about SwiftUI Camp. You can learn and become an efficient SwiftUI developer in under 4 weeks. Go ahead and check it out. The link for the 50% off is down in the description. We are going to learn the SwiftUI basics like layout and data handling, the most important parts of SwiftUI, and then navigation, tab views, navigation stack, sheets and full screen covers, all of that good stuff, and then Swift Data. In Swift Data, we are going to also learn about migrations, relationships, and connecting it to iCloud. Also, dynamic sorting and filtering. All of these are really, really hard to find on the web right now. So that's why I teach them in SwiftUI Camp. And of course, on week 4, I am going to teach whatever you want to learn specifically about SwiftUI. Here are some ideas that you can take a look at. No prior SwiftUI knowledge required. I'm going to start from the beginner level and all the way up to an advanced one. So let's just see if Xcode started. There we go. Let's open an existing project. That's it, this one. Okay, so let's open it up. There we go. Now if we are going to take a look at some info about Xcode, there it is, Xcode 16.0 beta. Great. So now, as you can see, Wiggle, it's already recognized it. Of course, we want to add some options first. So the options is, we just go repeat, and let's just go for the repeat behavior continuous. Now, with the dot notations, you will have all of these options available. Feel free to just experiment. So is active is set up for the is active Boolean value right over there. And now let's just see, why did it fail? It should have been really nicely rendered out. Let me just see my notes over here. If I just add anything out incorrectly, lazy vague read. Yeah, canvas. There we go. Finally. Okay, so currently is active is set to false. So what we want to do is just add a toggle. So we are going to toggle the is active state. So toggle. Let's just use the title key, and yeah, I'm just going to use is active. If that is true, then I'm just going to say pause. Otherwise, let's just say play, and then just binding it is active. Okay, hopefully it's there. As you can see now, it's just having this wiggle continuously, which is really, really nice. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, so after wiggle, we want to take a look at the rotation effect. So I'm going to add another image right over here, system named, and this will be fan.desk.fill. Okay, there it is. Great. So foreground style, I just have another foreground style of, let's just have this as mint. There we go. And now we want to add another symbol effect. And again, with the options and a value, we want to have this as a rotate. And for the options, again, just I'm just going to have a repeat for continuous. Value is active. Okay, let's just see that in action. Really, really nice. Now, if I'm just going to toggle this back, we see this stops immediately, kind of. But this is just going to, let's see what's going on. I think we have a bug. I did not have this previously. Yeah, it should stop, but after a while, as you can see. There was a little bit of bug over there. Yeah, and it started to go again. Most probably this is an Xcode bug. It will turn all the way to its initial value, and it will just stop over there. Okay. So yes, that's the rotation effect. And then, well, let me just copy this out so we save on time. And then we should have a camera dot macro. And if this is active, then we should add the slash, otherwise not. So let's just have is active in there, is active. If it's active, then add dot slash. There we go. Otherwise, empty string. Okay, so let's just make this yellow. And then we are not going to add a symbol effect. Yeah, basically we want to just replace it. Yes, rotate. Instead of rotate, we are going to have, well, let me just see right over here. Oh, sorry. This is for, I skipped one from my notes. That's why I got a little bit confused. We are going to have a symbol effect, but this one will be added as a content transition. So that symbol effect and that effect will be dot replace. Okay, so now if we just go over there, as you can see, it just has this nice animation added in there, as we might expect it. So yeah, now comes the first, and that is the breathe. Okay, so therefore I'm just going to copy go again that one, and what we used was cloud.sun.rain, and we need a dot right over there, dot fill. Okay, dot fill. And let's just make this purple, purple. There we go. And this will be a breathe type of symbol effect. And value is active. Yeah, everything else is fine. I'm just going to leave the options as they are. So now we have this really nice breathe symbol effect added to our symbol. And basically, those are the new ones. Well, the replace is kind of making the previous replace magic replace. But these are the new animations. I really like them. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did like my tutorial style, go ahead and check out SwiftUI Camp. The 50% off link is down in the description. Learn SwiftUI in 4 weeks. And I will see you in the next one.